Good morning, everybody. Um, I just wanted to say hi. It's June 3rd, Thursday morning. Yes. um, Not every day is going to be on point. It's just life happens. And for me, like, I have everything like down to the hour, what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, everything. And then life. Situations happen, and you'll see it. It'll happen. Emotions, and especially weight loss or a transformation of your body, whether it's gaining weight, muscle, or losing fat, or toning, or just building. Um, it's first thing is the mental game. It's the mind. The mind is what's going to carry you through. The nutrition and exercise and everything in it. But it's going to start with your mind. That's exactly how it starts, and that's what's going to carry you through. And sometimes that little booger up there, whoo, it'll throw you for a loop. I've been doing fine. Everything's great. Start this next part off with I love my wife. There's no problems with my wife. We're happy. Everything's good. This next part doesn't reflect that part at all. Okay, so she's a supervisor at her work, and she has a worker, and his wife just died. It's very sad, everything. I helped pick out a card so the other workers could fill out, sympathy and condolences and everything like that. And I've been, doing my best to like give little seeds of encouragement to my wife so that she has more to pull from when she has to say something, just to, the workers and everything, just, being positive and supportive and everything. And today, there are several things that remind me of my husband. And this is the one movie is P.S. I Love You. And it's about a woman, and her husband dies, and he sends her on different things to say that I love you, P.S. I love you, and she goes to Ireland and meets the family and gets some more sense of who he is, things like that. Anyway, so it was just things adding up, to me, and I found myself get up, and I went into the bedroom, and I have there's a bag that had like things that Jim, my husband, had on him when he passed away. There's another bag that had his clothes in it. The clothes, they had to cut them off of him, so they're cut, and has blood stains on it and everything. But I haven't been able to get rid of them. Uh, I just have them. I don't know why. I don't even all these years later. And you'd think that it's goes away, or I don't know, but a part of grieving is there's no time limit, there's no set rule, there's different stages of grief, and they don't run in order, and they jump around, and they can come back and visit you. There's no rules to it. It just happens when it's going to happen. So today was one of those, it's going to happen when it's ready to happen. And, I was at first, my, thoughts and everything, and I'm like, well, it's not his birthday. His birthday is July 14th. My wife is July 7th. So, but anyway, okay, so I'm like, this is June. What is it? And then it got me thinking. I was thinking a lot about the co-worker's wife died, and a lot of things happened. And then P.S. I Love You came on, which is really touches me a lot. Like, I seen it right after he passed away, and I was just praying that to get that letter. Took me a minute there. But I still see signs. I see signs. So, like, I went and got the bag just to like have things near me, and there's his glasses. I can't put them on because like that was his prescription sunglasses is what he was wearing, and there's only one eye part left. We don't know what the other eye part is, but like I wear his watch, and it stopped 7 minutes to 3. He was on his way to work, and his wallet and stuff, and I look at his picture. I used to call his phone. And wait for him to pick up, for the answering message, I'd listen to it. And it happens in this movie too, and it just got to me. So yeah, sometimes life just happens, and it's not bad. I'm like, oh, not depressed or anything. It's happy memories. It's sad that he's gone. I'm happy in my marriage. But it's a big part of my life. Did I just talk for... Okay, all right. I was like worried that I was taking too long here. I'm sorry. But just know that while you're on your journey, life is going to happen, and your mind is very strong. You can't fight it too much. You're going to have to let it work its way through what it needs to work through, And I have a lot of emotions. I feel things very strongly. So, yeah, so sometimes your day isn't going to go as planned, as written in the book. You just have to let it happen. And it's a rainy day here in New Jersey. And I have some errands that I have to get done today. But I just wanted to take a moment and say, sometimes you do just have to sit down and cry. And I had one of those days a couple weeks ago, and I'm just like, why? I didn't know what was going on. But I do know now. It was just my subconscious thinking about, someone lost their spouse and how that feels. And there's so much about me that nobody knows. So maybe one day we'll sit down and have a Q&A, or I'll just about me kind of video. But this is just to anybody that might be having an off day, or might be, going to have an off day, and just wondering why. Sometimes there's not a why that you have to really worry about. You just have to let it happen, and then just get right back on it. This is today. And it doesn't even have to be the whole day. I just need to get through this. I got some errands I have to go get done. And, you just work through it. And also know that grief has no timetable. It can be years. There's no timetable. I still miss him. And then a wonderful movie like that comes on and just reminds you, that how wonderful your life is. So you know what, people, listen, guys, girls, set up your voicemail, your answering thing on your phone. I know I need to do mine because mine just says you've reached the number of, and it doesn't have my voice or anything like that. But if something happened to me, one of my kids might want to call and just hear mommy's voice, or your spouse might want to hear something, hear your voice. I know I did that like repeatedly, just over and over and over and over. And maybe write a letter to your spouse. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to write a journal of positive notes to my spouse and family. That's what today has brought me. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'll put them away somewhere, not too secretive, just whenever. And then one day somebody can find it. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.